us try to see Nigeria from the federal perspective. For almost 2 years, the President Muhammadu Buhari has been steering the wheels of the nation under the All Progressives Congress APC. Sir, do you think we have done so well? Or do you think that the APC has lived up to its campaign promises?
You see, I am a transformation scholar, a change scholar. I understand that. I understand change. I understand transformation.
Yes, sir.
When the government of Goodluck came up with national transformation, I was for it. When APC came up with change, I said change and transformation the same course.
Sure.
So, assuming the government changes from Jonathan to Buhari, and it's still the same change. But okay, it's good. So we look forward to seeing change being well steered. Proper leadership is about leading change. You set up your clear vision. I'm yet to understand the vision of APC after 2 years in doing it. I'm yet to understand the vision of APC. Then you set the vision, you bring in stakeholders and ensure that the stakeholders from all parts and crannies buy into this vision because they need to help you to drive it. One person cannot do it. In a country of close to 200 million persons, you need to aggregate the stakeholders. The first warning signal I saw was when Buhari went to the US. And then the next, it was supposed to have been received by the Chamber of Commerce in the US. And the next day, I saw in our papers that the president was upset with his handlers that Jim Ovia was seen in the US where the Chamber of Commerce were receiving the president. As a matter of fact, I think because Anambra, the governor of CBN, used to be MD of Zenith Bank where Jim Ovia happened to be the chairman. They said it was in the papers that he was attacked, that he must have arranged for the president, for Jim Ovia to be there. And I wondered, what are these people talking about? If you're going to have discussions with businessmen from the US, being hosted by Chamber of Commerce, who do you need around you? You need stakeholders who are in business. I thought we would have seen Govt there. I thought we would have seen Jim Ovia, Tony Elumelu, Adenuga, all the major business persons, and so on. But unfortunately, it's like, no. You wanted to keep these people out. So how do you run the change? Red signal. Understand? And from there, then I started wondering, why do you want to do this? Second signal. We are a corrupt country. I agree. Almost all of us. One way or the other have soiled our hand in different ways. But for us to go to America, to go to India and be knocking and be playing the music, don't deal with Nigerians. They are corrupt people. They are corrupt people. And who is saying this? The #1 citizen of the country. And then also the spokesman of the government. Another very dangerous signal. These two are completely destructive. So whatever the agenda, they destroy. Whatever they wanted, whatever was in their plan to do, they started the destruction there. Number three, the government never took off. They went to sleep for 6 or 8 months before they inaugurated a cabinet in in a system that was going under, in an economy that was going under. You set up the government, and for 6 months you go to sleep. So these 3 signals said, come, danger signs. Because what I know, as far as running change is concerned, is 1, you clear your vision. 2, you build stakeholders support. 3, sense of urgency. These 3 principal things about change was destroyed. And since that time, I say, this is no longer a government for change, and it will remain like that. Look at the papers every day. You talk about corruption. You talk about money in graveyards, money in people's flats, money in this. And these monies are not being connected with people. And we have Nigerian intelligence, we have Nigerian, we have SSS, we have police with huge bills. Something. So for me, I hate to use any strong word to describe what I'm saying, but to a great extent, it's a very callous government. It's a very callous government that we see.
So, sir, you think we are not yet winning the war against corruption?
How can we win the war against corruption when you say you capture money in graveyards? When every day, all we see is 500 million, 5 billion in people's flat, and the government officials are fighting. Does it belong to this person or does it belong to this person? How can we win the corruption war when we are pursuing it as if there are no ways of dealing with systemic challenges? Corruption in Nigeria has been systemic. And when we have something systemic in any country, you now say, how are you handling it? Are you using the Nelson Mandela model of dealing with apartheid that he met in his country? In dealing with something that we see in our country, you're not using that model. What model are you using? What model? It's all about propaganda. What model? There must be transparency. There must be authenticity. I don't see it. Therefore, I say that what they are doing is just chasing political enemies and destroying Nigeria.
As an Igbo man, how would you evaluate the welfare of an average Igbo man as an individual, or the Igbos collectively as an ethnic group? How do you think the Igbos have fared the present Nigerian dispensation?
You see, the Igbos are a peculiar breed of people. They're very peculiar, hardworking, intelligent, and ready to do the impossible. Therefore, it's supposed to constitute a very major force for any nation that wants to grow. Unfortunately, the dangerous politics in the Nigerian system has affected them. But that's on the one hand. So when occasionally people talk about marginalization and so on, but I don't want to go there. But I want to talk about what we in the state, what we in the Southeast are doing to ourselves. We have our governors. How are they mobilizing the very potent forces they have within them? How are they mobilizing the youths for great achievement? They're not. How are they mobilizing the potentials that are here? They're not. What has been happening in Imo State, in most of our states, you see where people are now moving into the market and making people who are pushing back, collecting money from them on a daily basis, and they call that internally generated revenue. And the governors are using it, the governors and people in government are using it for fraud. So we now see how we are depriving ourselves. And I said this before. before we had this big state called Anambra or Southeast, there were different communities that existed and they had their own economy. Take for instance the Oka community. We had our strong economy. We are good in farming. We are good in blacksmithing, metalsmith. We are good in it, and we can take it to any level. At that time, we went to England and performed very, very well. In 1924, an Oka indigene came first in metalcraft in a competition in England. So, if our different communities have this kind of big strength, our states, how come that when we created our states, we were not able to bring together all these talents, all these great people, and move on, irrespective of what's happening in the country? There may be some constraints, but by now we should have been showing an example that will put us in a pedestal than where we are now. So I'm saying more is what we are doing to ourselves rather than what others are doing to us. A lot of countries in this world, a lot of countries are less than 1 million. The least populated Igbo state, that's Southeast now, maybe not Southeast, is maybe Ebonyi. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. But Ebonyi, if you treat Ebonyi as a country, it will be almost it will be almost about 50 to 70 in the, if you grade them as the, that's in terms of population in the world, among the 170 something countries that we have under the United Nations Charter. It will be written about, it will be in the middle in terms of population, just one state. Therefore, the Southeast, each state in the Southeast can treat it, can resolve to act, lead as if they were a country, because they have all the resources. They have the human resource, they have natural resource. The only thing they needed is leadership to align everything and create something serious. And all the rest of Nigeria will be tapping from them. Unfortunately, we have persons in government who does not understand leadership. So, for me, the Igbos are great. They have great potentials, well bred by God, special abilities, but the present persons who are considered the leaders of the country, the leaders within the Southeast, still have some serious handicap and ego. That's what I say.
I don't know. As a chairman of a party and as a founding father of yet another party, what has been your challenges? What have you seen as a real tough time, and how, having looked back at how you surmounted those challenges, what do you think are the needed rudiments to run a party to keep it afloat or ahead of its contemporaries?
I think the evolution of parties in Nigeria, our democracy is evolving the same way with party and party administration. Unfortunately, in 1999 we started from a very, very wrong note, and that being the imposition of General Obasanjo, who came out from prison to become president. Therefore, we didn't really transit fully into democratic governance, just as we did during the Second Republic. This time it became, with Obasanjo in the fray, it was like dictatorial democracy and some form of dangerous patronages to undermine the growth of the party system. And since that time, it has become like the culture. Obasanjo introduced it, it has become like the culture. And it will take time before that phase will go away, but gradually it's going to be. So, party administration teething problems, which was originated from the time due to the way the transition took place. It's not much different from what you see in any part of the world. But unfortunately, we started from the very wrong way, organizing the persons under very difficult and challenging atmosphere. You should expect what we're having now. Right now, you can see, for instance, people are in PDP today, the next day, I mean, it's crazy how you see somebody who's been governor in PDP, senator in the same party, minister in the same party, all of a sudden, because of changing governance, changing government for, they all just jump. We're no longer PDP. That means for most of our players, there's nothing like party. There's not like party. It's like the coup system within the military. Okay, you people have won. Therefore, you've been able to organize a successful coup. Everybody is now trying to jump into that winning coup platform, not winning party. Because for me, a political party should have its ideologies, and so now we don't have. We're just moving on. But and that poses some very, very serious challenges. But I think it's an evolutionary period. Come and go. We will eventually do well. And the way the transition happened, transition from the government of Jonathan to the government of Buhari, will help our democracy. That's one very significant thing that has happened. One very significant thing that happened within this past 18 years. The change of government, change of the party in power to national vote and will be good for the country. That's one major thing that has happened. And whether the way Jonathan handled his transit from power, handing over to APC, is one of the biggest achievements of our democracy.
You think he did marvelously well?
It's one of the biggest achievements of our democracy.
All right, sir. It's been a fine one. So having heard your opinion on the development of our states, Anambra, and our country, Nigeria. We hope we'll come around again soon for some other chats.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.